Stop spending thousands of dollars on home decor. Today, I'm bringing you 6 new Amber Interiors dupes. We are making stunning high-end DIYs so you can get that gorgeous, organic, modern designer look for less. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonja and welcome to DIYs with Sonja. On this channel, we take everyday budget-friendly items and transform them into beautiful luxury pieces for your home. Grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and let's dive into these transformations. We are starting today's project by creating a resin mold. The inspiration for this piece came from Amber Interior's Sultry Matte Striker. It's currently sold out online, but I absolutely love the simplicity of it, and I wanted to recreate that look using a thrifted pot I found. I grabbed a beautiful flower mold I borrowed from my friend Sandra. I mixed my A and B resin in equal amounts for about 2 to 3 minutes until it turned a little cloudy. I made sure to mix it in the same direction, and honestly, I didn't worry too much about bubbles since this piece will be painted anyways. If you don't have resin on hand, don't worry. You can easily use hot glue to fill your silicone molds. Just be aware it might take an extra coat of paint to cover the glue smoothly. Once mixed, I let the resin sit for about 5 minutes before pouring it into the mold, and then let it cure for 24 hours. While that was setting, I got to work on my thrifted pot. To get that perfect earthy tone, I mixed 2 Dixie paints, equal parts of dried sage and magnolia, just to lighten the green up a bit. I applied 2 coats for maximum durability. The next day, I popped my raisin flower out of the mold, hot glued it directly to the pot, and painted over it so it seamlessly matched. To save my custom mix paint overnight, I just placed some saran wrap tightly over my mixing cup so it didn't dry out. It turned out so beautiful and simple. For my next DIY, I picked up this glass coffee press base Dollarama. The shape instantly reminded me of the Amber Interiors Portia ceramic pitcher. While the shape is slightly different, the vibe is spot on. Because we are working with slick glass, I started by applying Dixie Bell's Bonding Boss. This is an amazing primer that ensures your paint will actually grip the slick surface. Once the primer was dry, I went in with Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint in the shade Wicklow Glen. This paint is fantastic because it has a primer, paint, and sealer all built into one. I gave the picture 2 solid coats. Now for the fun part, adding that rustic texture. I mixed up some Dixie Belle chocolate paint with a little water to create a wash. In a brush, I gently dabbed the paint onto the bottom and the rims of the pitcher, and then dabbed it off with a paper towel. This creates a realistic, authentic age rust look that matches the designer inspiration piece perfectly. When creating the faux-rust or dirt effect, even though I use a brush, you should try and apply the dull color with a sponge rather than a brush. The natural pores in a sponge create an organic, stippled texture that a brush just can't replicate. I went back in with a tiny bit of Wicklow blend to soften and blend any areas where the wash was a bit too heavy. It's the perfect little vase to add a pop of color to a shelf. Next up, I found this really pretty scalloped plate at the dollar store. I completely fell in love with the wavy edge and the texture. It was practically begging to be turned into a dupe of the Amber Interiors India brass Catchall plate. At first, I tried brushing on moonshine metallic paint in the shade Gold Digger, but the coverage just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I pivoted and I grabbed my favorite metallic gold spray paint, took it outside, and gave it an even coat. The spray paint beautifully highlighted all the lovely texture. You could easily stop here, but I really wanted the richness of the moonshine metallic paint, so I went back over the dry spray paint, painting the whole thing of Gold Digger on and then lightly dabbing the paint on and off. This layer effect kept all the original texture intact while giving it a deep, unique aged brass color. I absolutely love how high-end this looks now. Layering different shades and sheens of gold like a bright spray paint underneath a dark metallic dabbed on top is the ultimate secret to making cheap items look like heavy, expensive aged brass. We still have 3 more amazing high-end dupes to get to, but really quickly, if you are enjoying these projects and love getting a designer look on a budget, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel so much. Also, let me know down in the comments which of the first 3 DIYs is your favorite so far. Okay, let's get back to crafting. For project number 4, we are elevating a basic essential by making a linen tissue box. I had some leftover drop cloth that I really wanted to use up, along with the wood box perfectly sized to slip over a standard square tissue box. First, I used a knife to carefully cut an opening on top of the wood box for tissue to pull through. Then it was time to plan my fabric. I wanted to make sure I wasn't wasting any drop cloths and that the seams would fall cleanly. I traced the sides and top of the box directly onto the linen with a pencil. I also made sure to trim away the thick stitched edging of the drop cloth so it wouldn't create bulky lumps on my final cover. If you do not have a box that fits perfectly over the top of the Kleenex box, you can easily do this directly to the Kleenex or tissue box and just cut out the bottom so that way you can reuse it with a new set of tissue. Once cut, it was time to wrap. I used a combination of hot glue and Mod Podge to secure the fabric. I pulled the fabric tightly over the edges at the bottom, trimming away any frayed excess material, and cut a slit in the middle for the tissue opening. Using both hot glue and Mod Podge together is a game changer for fabric crafts. The hot glue gives you an instant temporary hold so the fabric doesn't slip, while the Mod Podge dries down for a smooth, permanent, wrinkle-free bond. It fits perfectly over the tissue box and is just such a pretty elevated way to display tissues on a sideboard or a nightstand. When I spotted this gorgeous little pedestal pot with scalloped edging, I immediately knew it would make the perfect amber interiors candle dupe. I had I had thrifted some soya wax, flakes, and I had some wicks on hand. I started by hot gluing the metal tab of the wick right to the bottom center of to the sides of the pot. I used two wicks. To to keep the wicks standing perfectly straight, I wrapped the excess string around a pencil and rested it across the rim. Next, I melted down my wax. To give it a beautiful high-end scent for the spring and summer season, I added 10 drops of eucalyptus and jasmine essential oil plus about 5 drops of vanilla. I carefully poured the scented melted wax into the prepare pot and let it set completely. Once it was cool and solid, I just trimmed the wick down. Thrifting old unused candles or wax melts is one of the cheapest way to source wax for DIY candles. Just make sure you melt it down slowly using a double boiler method so it doesn't scorch. It smells absolutely heavenly and looks so chic. For our final DIY, I am rescuing this basket I found while cleaning out my mother-in-law's basement. It was in great structural shape, but someone had painted it with a really strange combination of red and other colors, and over top of it with white. I wanted to recreate the warm organic tones of the amber interiors, wicker floor baskets, and tan trays. Because it has been a basement, I started by thoroughly degreasing and cleaning it with Dixie Belle's White Lightning spray. Initially, I tried applying Van Dyke glaze right over the old paint, but the coverage was too splotchy, so I wiped it right back off. Plan B. I grabbed the same Wicklow Glen Silk all-in-one paint from the earlier and painted the entire piece. I really took my time to work the paint into all the nooks and crannies, starting on the outside and finishing on the inside. Once the base coat was completely dry, I came back with the Van Dyke glaze. I dipped the longer bristles of my brush twice into the glaze and really worked it deep into the waves, blending it out as much as possible to give that authentic stained look. If you don't have a liquid glaze, you can easily use an antiquing wax or even watered down dark brown chalk paint to get this similar shaded woven effect. This project took a little bit of time to get into every crevice, but it was incredibly easy to do, and the end result is absolutely stunning. And there you have it, 6 brand new high-end DIYs that give you that gorgeous amber interiors aesthetic for a fraction of the price. Which of these designer dupes are you most excited to try in your own home? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for spending your time crafting with me today. If you love these budget-friendly luxury looks, be sure to subscribe to DIYs with Sonja so you never miss a project. And I'll see you all in my next video.